This video has been made possible by Rebusfarm, the professional render service. Hey everybody, my name is Mike Hermes and welcome to my channel. Alright, well guys, today we're going to do a modeling and UVing and texturing exercise, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a game prop, okay? The game prop is going to be a roadblock, and we are going to model it, UV it, we're going to texture it, we're going to create a specular map, a diffuse map, a normal map, and we're going to bring all of that together. Okay, so that said, let's get started and have some fun. All right, here we go. Okay guys, here we go. Well, we're going to get started in Maya, and in my case in Maya 2016, and we're going to start by modeling our road barrier. Okay, so we're going to go up to our modeling menu, and under polygons, we're going to take a polygon cube. We're going to hit R on our keyboard to scale that up. And then we're going to pull it out in this direction until we roughly have the outline of our model here. Okay. Now I don't know by heart exactly what a roadblock looks like, so I'm just going to quickly pull up a reference image. So I'm going to go to my view here. I'm going to go to this view, click on View, Image Plane, Import Image, and then I'm going to go into my desktop folder here. And I'm going to go to, let's see, my roadblock, and here I have a roadblock image, just as a reference. Okay, now I'm going to hit W because it's probably hidden here, and I'm going to hit R to scale that up, so we have something to look at as we're modeling. Okay. So a couple of things to notice. You can see that there's a little gap down here, a little V shape. It's wider at the base, but more importantly, we have two openings here, maybe for a forklift, not sure. And then we have these little things going on the side here. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We're going to select our model. We're going to start to pull that up until we have something that we think is okay height-wise. Then we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box. We're at Single Setting. We'll do one, let's say, somewhere around here. And then we're going to hit R. And we're going to start to push that in. Actually, what we'll do is we'll hit Control Z to go back. We'll right-click, go to Edge. We'll double-click on that one and Shift double-click on that one. Let's see if that took or not. No, it did not. So I'll just take all four at the top as well. And we're going to start to push that in so we don't necessarily have to tweak the one on top separately. Okay. So that's about right. And then we're going to take the bottom here, right click face, go to Edit Mesh and Extrude, hit W, and pull that down just a little. Okay, so the base shape looks okay, I think. I'm just wondering whether we should make this section a bit wider, or the whole thing actually. So I'm going to right click at object mode, hit R to scale that out, and maybe make the whole thing a bit thicker. And what we'll do is we'll right click, go to Edge, double click on this guy, hit W, and we're going to raise that up a bit. And then we'll take that one and we'll do the same. Right click vertex, take these top vertices just to give it a bit more body. Okay, now we have that little V-shaped thing going on there in the middle. So for that we need to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop, Option Box, Multiple, and we'll do 3. We'll add them right there. Hit Q on our keyboard. Let's keep an eye on our poly count here, that we're not going nuts. And what we're going to do here is we're going to right click, go to vertex, take that one and that one, hit W and push that up. Okay, now if we look at our reference, you can see that we need to bring the other two edges closer together, so that's fine. So we're going to right click, go to edge, And we'll take that one and that one, hit R, and push that in. Like so. Okay, cool. Now, we got these little openings, like I said, possibly for a forklift or whatnot. So what we're going to do there is we're going to go into insert edge loop again. We're going to do 2, and we're going to add them right there. And then we're going to close that, and we are going to hit R to pull them out to a distance that we believe is okay. And then with these two selected, we're going to go to Edit Mesh and Bevel, which gives us the option there. Okay. Now they need to be extruded. There are a couple of ways we can do this, but my preference is to do it this way. We're going to right click on a face. I'm going to select all the off faces and go to Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit W and pull that down just a little. Okay, so it looks like we got all that. We're still not going crazy on faces, which is good. So now that we have that, we need to look at these guys here, and we need to look at how to make the top a little bit more rounded. Okay, so for that I'm going to take these faces and these faces, so basically the middle 2 rows there, and I'm just going to bring that up like so. Alright, cool. Okay, so for these rings here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a polygon cube. Let's pull that out, hit R to scale that up, and we'll scale it down later just so we know where we're at. Okay, I'm going to make this like a plate, and I want a ring to stick out so it can be used to hoist it up with a forklift, crane, whatnot. Okay, now for that purpose we need to have an opening. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop. We're still at 2, I believe. Yes. Let me think real quick here. That is not going to be enough. So we need 4. Let's see if that is correct. And 4 here. Maybe that's too much. Control Z, Control Z. Let's do 2. Yeah, we can do 2. Okay. And we're going to save a bunch of polygons or edges as well, so we'll go with 2. Okay. So we're going to hit Q on our keyboard, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right click on a face, select that face, and hit delete. Okay. And then we're going to right click on edge, and we're going to select this entire edge here all the way around, and we're going to shift select the other one. Okay, and we're going to go up to Edit Mesh, Bridge, Option Box. We're going to do Smooth Path and Curves. Let's do divisions. Let's start with maybe 6 or so and hit Bridge. Okay, now you can see that it created something there. Let's see if we can tweak that a little bit. We don't want to do taper. That's the wrong offset there. Let's see if we can make that stick out a bit more. That's kind of what we want. I think by far the quickest way is to do that manually, so I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to go in from the top view, hit F to zoom in, and we're going to go in here, and I'm going to right click and go to vertex, and I'm going to take these vertices, hit R, okay, and I'll take these, hit W, And what I'm pretty much doing here is manually tweaking where they are. So hit R, let's bring that out to, let's say here, and then we'll take these two guys, pull them out to, let's say here, take these two, W to push out in that direction, and R to scale out. Oops. Let's make sure that I got that all selected. Okay, and then we'll take these one more time, hit R, and just to keep things clean, take these two, and let's see what we got. Okay, that kind of looks cool. We need to tweak a little bit more, so we're going to go in from this view. We're going to take this guy in the back, right click object mode, come on, right click object mode, there we go. Take the one on the back, control H to hide, select this guy, right click vertex, hit 4 for wireframe mode, so we can select these guys and shift select these guys, hit R and push them back in, and that gives us this. Okay, we're going to right click and go to object mode once again. I'm going to go to display and show all to get our barrier back, and let's hit W, push that in, F to zoom in, and R to scale down. Hang on. W to push back. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to select this guy, go to edit, delete by type history. So now it shouldn't deform. Yeah, there we go. We need R to scale that in, F to zoom in, W to push that in a little bit, let's say to there. Now let's go back a little and have a look and see whether that's okay or not. Now that one needs to go down a bit, probably somewhere around here, and I want to see if we can smooth this guy out a little bit, and I'm just going to try it. Not sure if we're going to keep it, so I'm going to go to mesh tools and soften edge. It helps a little, but I probably need to add a little bit of edge loop here. Count wise, I think we're still okay, so I'm going to go to insert edge loop, single setting. We'll do one up here, one down there, one there, both sides. That should be good. Q on a keyboard, right click object mode, where'd he go? Soften edge. Yep. Maybe. Let's add one more edge. And I just want to keep an eye on my poly count here. Let's see where we're at. Hit Q on my keyboard, and I'm going to select the whole deal. Oh, not too bad. Okay, that looks cleaner. That looks better as well. Okay, so we got that. We're going to copy it, Control D. We're going to hit W. We're going to move that up to about there, and then we're going to copy them over to the back. Okay. Now, before I do that, I don't want to UV 4 of these things, so I'm going to UV one of them, and then I'm going to copy them over. Okay. So that said, let's start with our UV bit. Okay. Now I'm quickly going to take these two guys, hit Control H to hide them. We'll take this guy and we'll go up to UV, and let's do an automatic projection. And then we're going to go into UV and UV editor, and let's see what we got here. Okay, bunch of stuff going on. All right, now for the main part, I want the wraparound, let's say the front, the top, and the other side to be one shell. So I'm going to right click at a shell, and I'm going to start to hover here and see what we got. Okay, so that's an important part, that one. And hopefully you can see this, guys. I'll just color up the background a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, so I hit this guy up here so you can see it better. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, click shell, hit W, move it over here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, that's my front. I want to connect it to the top there, so I'm going to right click at an edge and select these edges and go up to move and sew. Hang on, I got too much selected, sorry. I just want that edge. Okay, so move and sew, right click shell to pull it back, so we got that top part. I want the other side connected at this end. Okay, so I'm going to right click at edge again, and again just take that edge, move and sew. So if I now go to right click and shell, I got the whole top and sides. Now these two guys, they are the front and back, so we'll move that out of the way for a sec here. Now this is part of the bottom, so let's stitch the bottom together there. Let's start somewhere around here. We'll take that and we will go to that little section there. Okay, and I want to know at which side that's connected, so I'm going to go to edge. Okay, so that's the edge on the left. So with that selected, I'm going to go up to move and sew, hit G to repeat that last command, take that shell, so that's now connected, and I'm going to work from the base down here. Okay, so I'm going to right click, go to edge, go to move and sew, G to repeat, G to repeat. Let's see where we're at here. I don't want to take my front and so on. Okay, so G to repeat, and as long as we see this top section here popping up, we're good. Control Z, Control Z. Let's see what's what. That's going there, that's going there, that's going there. Now we got these little guys. Now this guy is down here somewhere. Not sure why, or oh, that's over there. Okay. All right. So we got all that. I'm going to go to shell, polygons, and let's do unfold. So we're going to put that up here. We're going to take this. Let's hit E and rotate this guy, and hold down J to snap it. So we're going to hit W, and let's move that up there. We just want this all to be in the 0 to 1 space, right? And then we'll take that and put that up there, and take that and put that up there. Okay, cool. And then we have our brackets. So we're going to go to display and show all. We'll take one of these guys, right click object mode, go to UV and automatic UV, UV and UV editor. Okay, bunch of stuff going on there. We're going to follow the same process pretty much. Actually, we're going to follow the exact same process. So just to make things a bit less boring, I'll pause the video, I'll quickly do the UV, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Right guys, well here we go. Here's the UV for our bracket or hook or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now that we have both of those, what we're going to do is we are going to take a UV snapshot of both and we're going to export that. Okay, so here we go. So we got this one already selected and I need to add a bunch of different copies of this hook on our model. But before we do that, we're going to go up to polygons. We're going to go to UV snapshot. I'm going to click on the browse button because I want to select the location where I want to save this out. I'm going to go to my, let's see, tutorial videos. There we go. Roadblock, and we'll call this hook UV. Oh, got my caps on, sorry. Hook UV. 1K map is fine, so 1024, 1K, and we need to keep that in mind. We're going to save that out as a JPEG. Our UV range is 0 to 1. That's that corner, that's okay. So we're going to hit OK and save that out. All right, then we're going to minimize that. We're going to take this guy in object mode, come on. Object mode, there we go. And we're going to go to UV editor. There's our UV. Same process, UV snapshot, same location. So I'm going to go to my roadblock and we'll call this barrier UV. Okay. And we'll save that out. 1K map, settings are all the same, and hit OK. All right. So now what we've done so far is we modeled a roadblock. We modeled the hook, this hook. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to take the one that's UV'd, hit Control D to duplicate, pull that up here. That looks about right. Okay. Select both, go to, where do you go? Mesh and combine, modify center pivot. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate that, pull it forward, hit E to rotate it, hold down J as we flip them around. And in our attribute editor, you can see that we're at 180 degrees, so we're good. We're going to hit W, we're going to move that over to this end, F to zoom in, and push that back in, okay? So from our top view, if we hit F to zoom in, and we hit 4 for wireframe mode, you can see whether we are in a good location or not. All right? So now that we have all that stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to drag select this whole thing. We're going to go to Edit, Delete by Type, History, and we're going to go to Modify, Freeze Transformations. Okay. Then we're going to hit Control G to group the whole thing, and we'll call this group Roadblock. And hit Enter. And with that selected, we're going to go up to File, and we're going to export the selection, which is everything. Hit the option box. I want to export this as an FBX file, which is fine. And let's see, what else do I need to know? That all looks good. So I'm going to select Export Selection. And again, I need to decide where I want to save that. So I'm going to go to the same folder, and we'll call this Road Block a group FBX. Okay, and export that out and give that a sec. Okay, so we're all done. So next step, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Photoshop, and in Photoshop we are going to apply some textures. Okay, here we go.